Welcome back. In today's video, we'll be talking about red flags, key signs that help differentiate moderate to severe depression from milder emotional distress. While it's normal to feel sad or down sometimes, depression can have a much more profound impact on a person's life. And there are certain signs we can look for that help us understand whether someone might be experiencing a more serious form of depression. Let's start with functional impairment. One of the biggest red flags of moderate to severe depression is functional impairment. This means that depression is affecting a person's ability to perform everyday tasks. We all experience moments where we feel stressed or tired, and it might impact our productivity for a short time. But with moderate to severe depression, the effect is much more noticeable and prolonged. For example, someone with moderate to severe depression might struggle to get out of bed in the morning, even after a full night's sleep. They might have trouble taking care of themselves, like skipping meals, neglecting personal hygiene, or not engaging in their usual activities. If someone's daily responsibilities, like going to work, attending school, or even interacting with family, are severely affected by their emotional state, it could be an indication that their depression is more than just a temporary setback. This type of functional impairment is often seen when the person is not able to perform tasks that they once could do with ease. They might feel overwhelmed by simple things, like getting dressed, making a meal, or making a phone call. In severe cases, the inability to complete even the most basic activities can lead to a complete withdrawal from daily life. Reflection. Questions. What are some daily tasks that someone might have difficulty with when experiencing more severe depression? How might functional impairment show up differently in adults versus children or adolescents? Now let's move on to another red flag, thoughts of death or suicide. One of the most critical signs that depression has moved into a more severe phase is the presence of suicidal thoughts or thoughts of death. It's important to understand that not everyone with depression will have thoughts of suicide. However, for those with moderate to severe depression, these thoughts are unfortunately quite common. When someone expresses that they feel life isn't worth living, or that others would be better off without them, it's a major red flag that immediate attention is needed. Suicidal thoughts can range from passive thoughts, like wishing they could go to sleep and never wake up, to active plans to end their life. It's important that these thoughts are taken seriously, and the person is encouraged to reach out for help, whether through a therapist, doctor, or helpline. In some cases, a person might not verbalize their suicidal thoughts directly, but may instead engage in self-destructive behaviors, like substance abuse, reckless driving, or engaging in dangerous activities. This is often a way of expressing the emotional pain they're feeling. Reflection questions. How can you tell if someone is having thoughts of death or suicide, even if they don't express it openly? Why do you think suicidal thoughts are often linked to more severe forms of depression? Another red flag that differentiates moderate to severe depression from milder emotional distress is the presence of psychotic symptoms. In severe cases of depression, some individuals may experience psychotic symptoms, such as delusions or hallucinations. Psychotic depression is one of the most severe forms of depression and is often accompanied by a disconnection from reality. Delusions are false beliefs that are held even when there is clear evidence to the contrary. For example, someone with depression may believe that they are worthless, that they have committed unforgivable wrongs, or that others are plotting against them. These thoughts are not based in reality, but feel very real to the individual. Hallucinations are another form of psychosis, where someone might see, hear, or feel things that aren't there. In cases of severe depression, these hallucinations are often negative and can reinforce feelings of worthlessness or guilt. For example, a person might hear voices telling them they're a failure or that they're better off dead. Psychotic symptoms like these require immediate professional intervention, as they are often a sign that depression is deeply affecting a person's thought processes and emotional regulation. Reflection questions. What are some signs that might indicate someone with depression is experiencing psychotic symptoms? Why is it important for depression with psychosis to be treated by a mental health professional immediately? Now, let's discuss another important red flag: social withdrawal. Social withdrawal is a common feature of moderate to severe depression. While it's normal to want some alone time, especially when feeling down, extreme isolation can be a sign that depression has become more severe. When someone stops interacting with family and friends, stops attending work or school, or withdraws from activities they once enjoyed, it can be an indication that the depression is overwhelming them. This withdrawal can happen for several reasons. For one, the person might not feel capable of engaging with others due to a lack of energy or interest. They might also feel like a burden on others, or that no one will understand what they're going through. The result is that they become isolated, which only deepens the depression. In severe cases, this social withdrawal can extend to religious or community involvement, where someone who once participated regularly might stop attending religious services or community events, even if they previously found meaning or support in these activities. Reflection questions. Why do you think social withdrawal is such an important red flag for severe depression? How can we support someone who may be withdrawing socially due to depression? Finally, let's talk about physical symptoms. In moderate to severe depression, the symptoms go beyond just feeling sad. There are often significant physical symptoms that accompany the emotional pain. These can include headaches, muscle aches, digestive issues, and chronic fatigue. A person may feel drained and have difficulty with even the most basic physical activities. These physical manifestations of depression are not just in the mind, they have a real impact on the body. In many cases, individuals with depression may go to a doctor seeking relief for these physical symptoms, not realizing that the root cause is depression itself. Sometimes the physical symptoms of depression are so severe that they are the primary concern, masking the emotional distress. Reflection questions. How can we differentiate between physical symptoms caused by depression and those caused by other conditions? What role do you think the body plays in the emotional experience of depression? To summarize, there are several red flags that can help differentiate moderate to severe depression from milder emotional distress. These include functional impairment, thoughts of death or suicide, psychotic symptoms, social withdrawal, and physical symptoms. Recognizing these red flags is essential in ensuring that individuals get the treatment and support they need before their depression worsens. In our next video, we'll dive into the diagnostic criteria for depression, including the ICD-10 and MHGAP criteria, to help you understand how healthcare professionals determine if someone has depression. Let's keep it going, and I'll see you in the next one.